Welcome to Bella Tech. In this video, we are going to be learning about how Object Snap mode works, and also we are going to be learning about how to use the Object Snap tracking and polar tracking in AutoCAD. So let's dive in. In order to activate your Object Snap mode, you can either come to your command line and press OSNAP, that is OSNAP, and click on Enter. Then come right here at this top, which is saying Object Snap, and turn it on in order to activate your Object Snap. Or you can either come here like this to your status bar, this particular place right here, and click on this particular spot here which says Object Snap, or you just press the F3, that is the function 3 key on your keyboard, to activate it. Okay, so those are the ways in which you can actually activate your Object Snap in AutoCAD. So let's look at the ways in which we can actually use the Object Snap. Let's take, for instance, this particular rectangle. Okay, so we come here and we activate our Object Snap. But before we activate it, let me deactivate this actual tool. As we can see, I want to join this rectangle with this triangle, sorry, from this particular place to this particular place. So I'm going to use my line command, and then as you can see, it is actually very hard for me to draw, okay, because I can't actually get their midpoint. As you can see, I did not even draw it very well. But with, let me erase that, but with my Object Snap, I can just easily come right to this place. Let me use the status bar, okay, and click on Endpoint. Okay, so with my Endpoint option, it is automatically going to snap to this place. As you can see, the green showing. All right, so I'm going to use it to know where it's starting from, and it is automatically going to snap to the other part also. As you can see, I've actually joined it together without any issue. So that is what the endpoint is actually used for in the Object Snap. And we also have the midpoint option. Okay, so for the midpoint, let's take, for instance, this particular triangle right here. I want to divide it into two. That is, I want to divide it into right angle. This is actually an equilateral triangle. I want to divide it into a right angle triangle. Okay, so the way I'm going to do it, I have to get the midpoint of this particular line. But as you can see, I can't actually know the midpoint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and then click on midpoint. All right, click on this place. Then I'm going to select my line command. Okay, so this is actually going to be snapping at the midpoint. Okay, it's actually going to be snapping at the midpoint. Then I can easily draw this. Okay, and as you can see, I've actually divided it into two right angle triangles. So that's how the midpoint option works. So we also have the center options. I'm actually going to be doing now. I'm just going to be doing the few that are actually necessary to know for now. In later videos, we are going to be learning about how to use the rest. We also have the center option, okay, which is actually to get the center of a circle. Let's take, for instance, I've now actually selected it. Okay, so this particular circle, I want to get the center. Maybe I want to draw the radius or the diameter. There's actually no way in which I can actually do that. Okay, so the center is not actually showing. But let's take, for instance, I move here right now, okay, and I select the center. Okay, I'm just going to press my line command, okay, and as you can see, the center is actually snapping. Okay, that's what I'll call it, OSNAP. Okay, it's actually snapping right there. So I can easily do whatever I want to do. I can move a line from this place to this place, okay, and it's actually going to It's actually going to snap at the center. Okay, we also have geometric center. This particular geometric center is actually used for irregular shape. Okay, irregular shape. So if I want to get the center, this is actually an irregular shape. If I want to get the center of this shape, I'm going to click on the geometric center right here, and then my line. Then as you can see, this is actually center of this particular shape. Okay, so we have the node, we have the quadrant. This particular quadrant, let's say I want to divide this circle into 4 equal parts. Okay, as it is like this, I can't actually get the edges. Okay, I can actually get the edges, but immediately I move on to this place and I click on the quadrant. Okay, so as you see, it's already snapping at the 4 corners. Okay, there is snapping at the 4 corners. I can move from here to here. Okay, and also move from here to here, and it is going to snap, as you can see it right here. Okay, so that's that for that. We have the intersection. Let's take, for instance, for this, I want to move from this particular center to this particular center. Okay, as you can see, it is not actually snapping, it is actually snapping at the midpoint. Okay, but as soon as I come over here and click on intersection, it is actually going to snap at the midpoint immediately. Okay, and then I can draw from here to another intersection. So that is actually how the intersection works. Okay, and then we have the extension, we have the tangent, which is actually useful, we have the perpendicular for the right angle. It actually also works with this kind of thing. So for the tangent, we just to draw line from one, like from the edge of a particular circle to another circle. But in order to be able to use this tangent, you have to what? You have to turn off your center, and also you have to turn off your midpoint. Okay, you have to turn off your center and your midpoint, and your quadrant also, in order to be able to use the tangent option. So after selecting that, just click on your line, and then as you can see, it is grabbing any point, and then it's also going to grab any point here. So this is actually the tangent to these 2 circles. It's actually the tangent line to these 2 circles. So that's actually how the OSNAP mode actually works. So next, we are going to be moving to the object snap tracking, which is actually beside this. Okay, so for the object snap tracking, you can turn it on by either clicking on this particular place here, or you use your F11 key, or you come right to your command line and click on OSNAP, then you click on this particular place to turn it on and turn it off. Okay, so how does the object snap tracking actually work? Let's take, for instance, I want to draw this particular rectangle right here. Okay, without knowing the dimensions of this particular ones, which is actually there before. From these 2 rectangles, I want to produce another one. Okay, so the way we are going to do it is we are going to be making use of the object snap tracking. Okay, so the object snap tracking works in this way. As soon as I turn it on, okay, you are going to see when I input my line, okay, you're going to see I can actually snap to the end, and it's going to show this green line. Okay, let me turn it off and draw my line. As you can see, it is not actually it's not actually showing that green line. So the that's actually the difference between the object snap tracking mode being off and on. Okay, so let me turn it on right now and snap it to this edge. As you can see, it is turning the green line. Now I want to get my base, so I'm going to snap it to this point, and also snap it to this point. As you can see, the both of them are already together, so I can draw my starting line. Then I'm going to come here, snap it to this point also. Then for my height, okay, I'm going to come right here, snap it here. Then for this place, I'm going to come right here, snap it, and then cover. Okay, so this is actually, I actually drew this this rectangle, which is equal in area with these 2, without knowing the dimension, just by using the object snap tracking, which is that green dotted line that shows on the screen. So that's how the object snap tracking work. The next one we are going to be moving to is the polar tracking. But before I move to the polar tracking, if you found value in this video from the beginning, kindly consider subscribing and hitting the like button. Please kindly consider hitting the like button. Is really going to go a long way for me. Okay, so now let's dive into the polar tracking method. The polar tracking is actually just the same as the object snap tracking. It's just that this one actually works with angle. Okay, this one you can actually track any line you are drawing to a particular angle. Okay, so in order to use the polar tracking, you are going to come here, or you can actually click on F10 on your keyboard. Okay, so let's take for instance, this is the polar tracking. I want to draw a line. Let me turn it on. I want to draw a line at angle 45 degree. Okay, at angle 45 degrees. So this is my line. I've drawn it. Now I want this line to be at angle 45 degree. As you can see, 45 degree, it is not actually snapping at angle 45 degree. It is only snapping at 0 degree, 90 degree, 180, 270, and then 360. Okay, so in order to snap this particular line at 45 degree, I'm going to come right here and change this angle to 45 degree. As soon as I change it to 45 degree, my line is going to snap at 0 degree. As soon as I get to 45 degree, it snaps also. As you can see, the green line showing right at 45 degree is also going to show at 90. Then as soon as I get to 135, it's going to show, and like that, like that. So that's actually how the polar tracking works. It also works with 30 degree and whatever degree you are actually using. You can also select your own personal degree. Let's take for instance, I want to use my base angle, okay, as, let me say, as 13 degree. Okay, 13 degrees. So the next one is going to be 26. It's like double of the beginning. You're just going to come over here to your track setting, okay, and then you're going to click on new. So you're going to input your angle, let's say 13, and then that's your base angle, and then click on OK. And when you come down right here, you're going to see the one you created for yourself, this 13, 26, 39, and then you're going to select it. So when you click on your line, as you move, it's going to snap at 13 degree. As you can see, it snaps at 13, 26, 39, 52, like that. So that's actually how the polar tracking actually works. So in our next video, we are going to be talking about the grid, okay, the grid and snap mode, which is right here. Okay, what they actually used for, and how they actually works, and how they actually influence your drawing. So kindly consider subscribing, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Peace.